everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, and I have some pretty interesting and awesome information and a really awesome article to talk to you guys about the whole She-Ra controversy that's been going on lately. So let's go ahead and take a look at it here. This comes from Bounding Into Comics, and this came out a few days ago on October 4th, but I really wanted to cover this. So this type of thing kind of gives me some hope, and it also has some more information that makes my blood boil. So let's get right into it. This comes from John F. Trent from Bounding Into Comics. The headline says, former She-Ra actress Melendy Britt defends old school fans, and DreamWorks appears to be censoring critics. Yep, we're at this time in history where we can't say anything bad about a show without being censored, apparently. Oh boy. So, former She-Ra voice actress Melendy Britt, who gave voice to She-Ra, Princess Adora, and Catra between 1985 and 1987, took to Facebook to defend fans of the classic series. Britt wrote a lengthy defense of old school fans after an article on Movie Viral called out a number of websites like Nerdist that are decrying fan criticism of the show. Words. Wow, I need to be closer to this. I need to find a better way to do this. I'm like really far away, so I can barely see this. I know I may be taking a chance of posting and commenting on this, but my heart has been hurting about the comments some marketing people and publicity machines are bombarding the internet with regarding some fans of the original She-Ra series. Thank you. I'm actually glad that in this published article, someone has finally said enough to the kind of divisive marketing and negative publicity that has been promoted regarding the fact that some people might actually prefer the original series. Thank you. Thank you so much. It is a big world and there's enough room for many cartoons, but because She-Ra, the She-Ra name is being used to do a new series, quote unquote new series, I believe you must respect the admiration of fans of the original, and not because you have the power or marketing or ego trip to put them into categories that denigrate their character and insinuate that if they prefer the original, something is wrong with them. Yes, thank you so much. In meeting thousands of fans, I've never come across any person who did not have a great heart and genuine love for the integrity and pure intention of the original series. It changed their lives for the better. It gave them comfort and laughter and joy with a moral view that is exceptional 33 years later. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And of course, it goes on to say, and websites like Nerdist have targeted fans who are unimpressed with the first look at the new She-Ra, as well as new trailer. Well, because we're in the day of, if you don't like it, you're a racist, you're a sexist, you don't like it because whatever reason. They make these characters that kind of go out of their way to look androgynous or like they're trans or in the LGBT community, and they're marketing to this new woke crowd. And then they get upset when we're like, no, I just want a pretty She-Ra. Why can't I have She-Ra with boobs who looks feminine and pretty and attractive? This is what I grew up with. I don't want to change it. I don't care. Make your drag show and market it to 6-year-olds all you want. Keep She-Ra out of it, people. Seriously. The article goes on to say, in fact, Nerdist would concur with comic book artist Jamal Igle and tell fans to rethink their lives if they didn't like the new She-Ra designs. Well, fuck you, Nerdist. Well, Nerdist is also owned by a company that owns AMC Theaters. So Nerdist, or it's owned by Legendary, I believe, or the company that owns Legendary. And it also is owned by the same company who owns AMC Theaters. So they have reason to appease these things. Nerdist are a shill site, and I don't take anything that they say at all ever with anything more than they're there to appease and kind of spin the PR in favor of what benefits them financially. Nerdist Jessica Chabot would even say, and I'm not saying your name Chobot. I am not saying your name Chobot because you don't get that. I'm sorry, you do not get that. You do not get to change the way your name sounds just to appeal to the geeky demographic. It's Chabot. Would even say, if you don't get goosebumps watching the first trailer, you might be dead inside. Oh, I got something watching that first trailer. I got annoyed. I got pissed off. And I made a big, huge rant about how disgusting and poorly animated it was. How it changed body size from, tiny little skinny arms to giant muscly arms in, within 2 frames of each other. It's animated every 3rd frame. It looks like shit. It really does. It looks like goddamn shit. She would then falsely declare the trailer has gotten near unanimous praise from the fans. No, it didn't. I said it looks like shit, and I've been saying it looks like shit. When Britt took to the defense of fans back in September, it appears DreamWorks TV, or at the very least someone associated with the show, decided to censor people who are being critical of the show. Absolutely. This absolutely 1 million times happens. This does happen. At New York Comic Con today, Netflix and DreamWorks TV released the first full-length trailer of the show, and it looks like shit. We've already done a trailer breakdown. The prominent YouTube channel Clownfish saw their live reaction video to the new trailer flagged for copyright infringement. Well, you can't really play the entire trailer. I at least went through frame by frame, and I didn't actually play the entire trailer in its entirety, because that would be copyright infringement. I did break it up enough, and I did provide my commentary and my criticism as I was watching it, and I pulled up key frames. There's a huge difference. So, and here is the screenshot of due to a copyright claim, the video has been blocked from DreamWorks. Now, I have seen a little bit of Clownfish, so I will give them the shout out that they seem to be on the right side of the canon wars and of the fandom menace and all these things. So I will give them a bit of a shout out. We spoke with Neon. I'm probably saying your name wrong. On one half of Clownfish TV. This shows how much I've watched them. I've only seen maybe one video of theirs. Our video points out that the original She-Ra actress wasn't happy with DreamWorks' handling of the fans, which might have been an issue, or that we had stalkers on our channel now, or the live stream had 400 people watching. The official She-Ra live stream earlier today only had 50. Could totally be a zealous fan or a complete coincidence. Who knows? And while Clownfish TV's live reaction was taken down, other YouTubers who gave their trailer a positive reaction have not seen their video reactions removed. Well, they also, from my knowledge, probably didn't put the entire trailer up. And I did not put the entire trailer up in my video either. And it was during a live stream, and I know how copyright works, and I know what I need to do to get around it. What do you think of Melendy Britt's defense of old school She-Ra fans? Do you think DreamWorks TV or Netflix is actively censoring negative reactions to the new She-Ra? Well, I'll give you my opinion. I think yes, they probably are. I think that you have a few people who are very pissed at the show, and they want to claim you are racist, sexist, transphobic, all of these things. They're trying to make a show for 6-year-olds have the same sort of agenda that should not be in a show for 6-year-olds. They're trying to pick apart anybody who criticizes it and anybody who doesn't want She-Ra to look the way she does. We don't like the voice acting. We don't like the artwork. We don't like how lazy it is. We don't like how badly drawn these characters are. And my problem with it is that you can't tell the men from the women. And that is not an attack on transgendered people. That's not an attack on androgynous people. That's an attack on the artwork choices of the show. I don't care who you are. I'm a bisexual woman. I don't care who you sleep with. And I usually don't pull that card out of my sleeve. But in this case, I kind of have to. I have to say, I'm part of the LGBT community. I don't like this. I don't think it should be an issue. And a lot of the critique that I receive is that people want the representation on these shows. Same thing with Bert and Ernie being gay. We don't need representation. I don't want representation on a show directed toward a preschooler or a kindergartner or a grade school kid. Keep things age appropriate. And you know what? If this is the way the artwork is intended for the show to be a talking point for the LGBT community, put it on a show that's age appropriate for kids who can understand that. Don't put it on a show that's aimed at 6-year-olds. And I don't know who the demographic is for this new She-Ra series, but when I was a kid watching She-Ra in the 80s, and I actually did, and I had the She-Ra action figures, I didn't care. I was 6 years old, I was in kindergarten, first grade. That's when She-Ra was out for me. And yes, I'm a lot older than I look. keep things age appropriate for kids. And if your kid is going to come up to you, I've had viewers tell me their kids say, yeah, is that new She-Ra a boy? Is that Hera? Because they see these things. Kids pick up on stuff. Kids are smarter than you think. And it's not a question of whether LGBT characters belong on TV. It's, do they belong in shows for little children? My biggest point to people who say these things to me are, fine, you can explain why a boy wants to be a girl. You can explain all of these things to 6-year-olds then if you have no problem with it. That's your prerogative. When it's a show that's really designed to just be a stupid, fun cartoon show where they play with swords and they go on adventures, I don't know, maybe make some art choices that are a little better and a little harder to critique. Don't be so lazy. Don't have giant tree trunk legs one second and skinny ones the next. Same thing with the arms. When she is She-Ra and not Adora, she holds the sword above her head and her arm sizes change within, 3 frames of each other in the same pose, because the artwork is so crap and lazy. The writing does not seem very good. It seems very cringe. You have, She-Ra going, cool, like this is today speak for a fantasy world. And, there's nothing wrong with that if you want to do it with your own series and your own franchise. But I agree. I agree with Melendy Britt's her statement here, her assessment of the situation. Don't criticize me for preferring the old She-Ra. That's what I grew up with. And at the end of the day, I know it's not for me, but if it's not for me, don't name drop something that I grew up with and that I'm going to pay attention to. Make your own goddamn thing. Oh wait, you did. It was called Lumberjanes, and I've never fucking heard of it until now. That's kind of the point. This is why they do it, is because people wouldn't be talking about it. It wouldn't get internet buzz. It wouldn't get notice. I wouldn't care about Lumberjanes because I don't give a fuck. Make Lumberjanes. Make your butch lesbian whatever show you want to make. I don't care. Do what you want to do. I'm not going to watch it. Same thing with Steven Universe. Make Steven Universe. I don't care about Steven Universe. Make those shows if you're doing that sort of, a lot of people call it Cal Arts animation. I don't know the exact term. I call it kind of not really attractive animation that I want to look at. Sorry, and those shows don't get any attention from me. When you drag something like She-Ra into this, or Star Trek, or Star Wars, franchises that I've grown up with and I actually have investment in, franchises that I've actually bought merchandise from and grew up with and consider part of who I am, then that's when we have a problem. So what do you guys think in the comment section below? Are you guys happy about this? Do you guys think that they're actually actively going out censoring people? Do you think it's just an issue of they played too much of the trailer and they had a copyright for Clownfish? What do you guys think? Am I completely off the mark on this one? I am MechaRandom42. I have Patreon. I have Twitter. You can catch me live on Midnight's Edge after dark most days of the week. And I will see you guys on the next live stream or video. Bye!